OpenAI just dropped ChatGPT-5. My jaw is on the floor because this thing is wild. I asked ChatGPT-5 to give me the fastest way to make money online right now, and what it told me shocked me because unlike other tools I've tried this with and I've been battle testing and using AI for a while now, this was the first time that I actually felt like it could do all of the work for me. I don't believe that there are very many people out there that are doing this yet, but when they figure this out, it's probably game over. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps that you can take to generate some cash flow. These are some of the tactics that I am using right now to generate over $69,000 in revenue over the last 30 days. This is my Square account. I'm gonna hit refresh just so you know it's live and active. It's not just some screenshot. I got all this revenue from 100% working with small businesses in my area, helping them with their online presence, selling them AI subscription-based services. Now, I've made a lot of money with different tools like Manus AI, Gemini, but what I'm seeing here with ChatGPT is kind of out of hand. And so I'm here 6 o'clock in the morning making this breaking video with you because I think this is something that you should definitely be paying attention to. And over the course of this video, I'm going to walk you through this entire process end to end, from the opportunity to actually collecting cash flow. And so before we get into that, if you like this topic of building an online business and generating clients, selling them AI-based subscriptions, then I'd like to do something special for you and offer you my 4-part AI fast track training. This is where we spend even more time together, where we go deeper on getting clients that pay me monthly for my AI subscription-based services. And I'm also going to give you 30 days free to the best AI tool out there that I use to get clients and deliver the work and run my business. And I'm going to give you that for free. So if you would like those assets, just like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and consider sharing this video with a friend who you feel like should maybe start to open their eyes on AI and generating some cash flow online. And just comment below. I'll send you my 4-part AI fast track training and the 30 days free to the software so you can follow along and hopefully land your first or your next client using the methods that we talk about in this video. So ChatGPT-5 is a huge new update. Sam Altman, this is their CEO. I'm going to play a little clip from their release of this thing.
And much more. Today, finally, we're launching GPT-5. GPT-5 is a major upgrade over GPT-4 and a significant step along our path to AGI. Now, today, we're going to show you some incredible demos. We'll talk about some performance metrics, but the important point is this. We think you will...
The important point is this. I'm just going to stop you right there, Sam Altman. There are so many things that you can do with AI and all the other tools out there. But what about generating cash flow? What about using these tools to actually generate some cash flow? Now, that is why in this video, I want to talk about why this is so massive, give you some of the ChatGPT-5 updates, but also how it automates the client getting and how we use AI software and specialists to do all of the work for fulfillment. Now, full disclosure, my company was recently recognized as the second fastest growing company in Hawaii. And the reason that we were able to grow that fast was when we started using AI software tools like ChatGPT, Manus, Gemini, High Level to help grow and run our business. And that is what I have been talking about on this YouTube channel the last 3 months, which has been the reason for it to blow up as quickly as it has. We're actually looking at almost hitting 100,000 subscribers probably today. So yeah, if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it and you'd be a part of the journey. Last month, July 2025, we had our biggest month of the year. We generated a total of $160,000 in revenue from working with clients. Now, yes, in my Square account, you can see that I've collected $70,000 in 30 days, but that is because we have other places that we take payment. QuickBooks, Square, those are the 2 places where we automate our recurring billing. So I say all this to say, not that you're going to be able to replicate my success and just push a button and have this type of revenue, but it does take work. It does take action. It does take discipline. But what I'm going to show you in this video, especially with respects to ChatGPT, is it can automate all of this. Let me show you. It'll find target customers, unlike how we've been just building lead lists before. It'll locate target customers, research and find problems that you can solve by specialists or AI software. It'll actually close the deal for you, get your foot in the door, and so you can get started and generating cash flow. Now, in my company, I have somebody on my team, her name's Megan, closing deals for us, reaching out to small businesses. And I've tried damn near everything to generate cash flow online, everything from Amazon FBA, Amazon influencer. I have a YouTube channel, right? I get ad revenue there. I have an affiliate marketing business. I have a software company. So I have a lot of experience in these different ways to generate cash flow. But above and beyond all that, I have visibility into what I believe the best ways to generate cash flow. As somebody who is new, and maybe somebody that is already on my channel is doing this, you might probably be doing this because you've been following along, it's to go out there and get a customer. Because a customer is someone who will pay you $500, $1,000, $2,000. They will pay you to solve a problem for them online. And if you consider all those other ways to generate cash flow, AdSense, Amazon influencer program, Shopify, drop shipping, all that, those are just small little cookie crumbs of cash flow that you can generate with a huge amount of work. I want to generate a decent amount of cash flow for as minimal work as possible. And that is usually by getting yourself a client. You can be brand new and convince someone to pay you if you just find the right person who has the right problem and you give them the right solution. Enter AI, enter ChatGPT-5, who can find these people that have the problem and give you the solution and help you get paid in the process. So we primarily work with small businesses because small businesses are usually looking to grow their business. They usually have some cash flow to invest in making their business grow. And that is why it is easy to find problems, maybe things that they don't have time to work on, and come in and offer a solution. And we can use AI tools that they don't even know exist yet. Because let's be realistic, most business owners, maybe they've logged into ChatGPT, maybe they've run a few queries, they almost have AI guilt. They know they need AI. What is AI guilt? They know they need AI. They've been hearing all this talk about AI. It's going even more and more mainstream, faster every single day. But they don't know how to use it yet. They don't know how they should be using it to apply it to their business. Here you come with the AI guilt solution offering to fix some of these problems. So, I mean, this is somebody on my team. Now, again, you're not going to start out by having somebody on your team closing deals for you like this. I did this myself when I was getting started, but now I have somebody else on my team doing this. So this is over the course of the last week and a half. Megan says that she closed a $2,000 a month search engine marketing deal and a $1,000 SEO package, another $2,000 a month search engine marketing program, and then another one for a $2,000 per month Google Ads program. That's 2, 4, 6. This is $8,000 per month that we are now getting from these 3 clients. And we are using AI to help us run those campaigns for them. And we get paid month after month. So that's the business model, right? We work on monthly retainer. We get small businesses who need our help. We offer to provide them a solution, and we get paid monthly. And somebody's asking if I can record a phone call trying to get a client. I have actually many sales calls on my YouTube channel, recorded sales calls. I'll put if you comment below, I will not only give you the 4-part AI fast track training and the prompts and the templates and the 30-day software trial in this video, but I'll also add a link to a recorded call where I'm actually closing a deal with somebody. But let's jump back into ChatGPT and some of the exciting new updates that they've just recently rolled out. Now, I just kind of summarize it real quick for you. Obviously, ChatGPT-5 is huge. It's what I like to call the money-making upgrade, because the second I open it up for the first time, I realized that this thing could help you grow faster than ever before. And so it has, I don't know what they're calling a super smart brain. It thinks better. It explains more clearly. It solves tough problems like business plans, marketing, and coding. And this is really where I've seen it shine. And I'm going to show you a demo of my initial prompt with this thing. It helps you to sell online and find new customers. These are the things that I think it really shines for. Pro tip, ask it for a step-by-step plan for your first sale. So remember that. Remember I said that. It knows more, it remembers more, it reads and remembers huge amounts at once. It can make full websites or online courses in one go. It helps you launch faster than your competition. Remember, speed equals more time to make money. All these things are going to be even more relevant when you see how I'm using this thing. You can upload pictures. I thought this was interesting. You can upload pictures and it will say this picture is about X and give you business ideas. So it analyzes pictures and gives you ideas like a sounding board off of that. It'll also make ads, logos, posts that grab attention. The new image model is extremely powerful, making images that look even more real than ever, which is pretty significant because one of the ongoing subscriptions that we sell people is creating content for their social media, but we use AI to create all that content for social media. So why does this matter for you? Faster ideas equals a faster business. Smarter answers equals fewer mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes along the way, and the information that I'm going to show you in this video removes all that opportunity to make mistake because it's going to give you a blueprint that I've already done myself many, many, many times to get customers and clients. And so you do not have to go down the wrong path and waste all that time. You can just follow along and do something that actually works, similar to how Laura Goodrich in my Facebook group, in my community, you can see this, it's live. She started her agency on the 1st of July, that was a month ago. And then she was excited to say that she closed her first AI posting at $520 a month. So that's one client paying $500 a month. And that is like the thing that made me so excited about this business model when I first got started is I used to have to go to the shop, I was a mechanic, and work 8-hour days getting paid $15 to $25 an hour. When I sell a client now, I'm getting paid per month. So just like Laura, closing one deal, making $500 per month, I was no longer attached to how much money I made per hour. I got out of the time for money economy by selling retainers. And once that happened for me, that's when everything blew up because I just went all in to getting monthly subscriptions. And now with AI, you can grow faster than ever before. However, full disclaimer, you do have to take action. It doesn't just happen on its own, okay? So, and by the way, if you want, you can go to my Facebook group, offlinesharks.com/Facebook, and it's free. You can join. There's about 20,000 other agency owner people out here following along, taking action, using my foot in the door strategies, Tom's foot in the door strategies as well. Me and Tom, we're business partners here. And you can come in here and you can see for yourself about the different tactics that we share and how they work. Every Friday, we actually highlight wins from everybody in the community. You know, John Hardiman, social posting travel agent, 200 pounds. Jose sold his first website today to a construction company. This is the win from Laura Goodrich. So you can come in here and verify for yourself. I make it a point to say this on almost every video because there are a lot of YouTubers out there and fake gurus. I call them fake gurus. These are people that are teaching people to build or do things online that they have no business telling people to do. They've never done it before. Maybe they did it 5 years ago. Who knows if it even works today. I make it a point to share what's working right now because I am a practitioner. I do everything that I'm sharing with you on this channel. And I think it's important to say that and stress that because back in the day when Tom and I started working together, we'd find information and think we'd land on a great idea, spend hours and money going deeper on trying to make it work, only to find out that it was never something that was viable to work in the first place. That is when I started talking about the things that I was doing online because I feel like there's so much bad information out there. And Tom and I decided, why don't we just post what we're doing? I mean, what we're doing is already working better than what all these other guys are doing. And so for that reason, I maintain this company, Mina Marketing. It's my agency, working with clients, working with businesses. I have a big team there now, so I don't have to spend any significant amount of my time, but that team is huge. It's solid. It's massive. And I get to have the visibility there to see what's working and show you what's working. So when I say that I generated, $150,000 in the last month through that company, that has nothing to do with affiliate marketing, YouTube revenue, or any of that stuff. And I'm saying that because the opportunity to get clients and customers is huge, and even more than ever before. And it's important right now, if you want to take advantage of a trend, that you get in front of that trend. And I made this graphic because if this wave is AI, you cannot start paddling here when the wave is on top of you. If you want to catch a wave, you got to start paddling here to get that forward momentum. You have to be moving forward when this wave comes to pick you up and take you. When I got started, the wave at the time was Google, SEO. I was here and I missed my opportunity. Right now, we are very early with AI. You have a huge opportunity. So let's jump into ChatGPT-5 because, look, at the end of the day, I asked it, as I mentioned, how can ChatGPT-5 help me get digital marketing clients? And it gave me a step-by-step process. Let me boost up my size here. Step 1, prospect, research, and list building. Find quality leads. These are small businesses, people that have problems that we can offer to solve and get paid in the process, right? So that's step 1. As I mentioned in my slide here, how to get a client. You got to locate it. You got to find the problem to solve, get your foot in the door, and then close the deal. ChatGPT-5 agrees. The first step is finding and building a list. The second step is hyper-personalized outreach. Now, you're not going to close any deals without putting any fishing lines in the water, right? You want to catch a fish, you have to have a line in the water. If you don't have a fishing pole in the water, 100% chance you're never going to catch a fish. And so if you're going to get a customer, you have to put a line in the water, meaning you have to do some sort of touch point, outreach, a Facebook ad, a phone call, a DM, an email. I don't do these things myself. I have people on my team doing these things. So if you're new, you might be doing these things yourself, but you will quickly want to have other people to start to do these things for you. Again, a great reason why this model works so well is because it is what they call scalable. Scalable. You're able to grow it without you being involved by creating leverage. Your leverage is tools and other people, specialists, people that are good at doing sales, people that are good at building websites, people that are good at running ads. If you can find people, and I can show you some of that in this video, to do those things, who are really, really good at doing those things, you can create more leverage and get back your time. And again, that's why this business model is so powerful. So ChatGPT, prospect, list building, hyper-personalized outreach, cold email, direct message, use pattern interrupts, right? Create short, curiosity-driven openers that get replies. I love that. That's exactly how I teach it. I do not subscribe to a huge, massive cold email approach. People want to send 50,000 emails and they think that's the best way to get a customer. Through my experience, a better way to get a customer is have a very unique, high-quality way to get your foot in the door, get the attention of somebody with something like a pattern interrupt, exactly like ChatGPT-5 says here. Step 3, authority content that attracts clients. So it's saying that you can use Facebook posts, quick wins, case studies, different types of marketing collateral to get clients. By the way, I'm going to show you, but all this stuff that I'm sharing with you, as soon as I started reading this, I started getting excited because this was the first time, as I said, I ever felt like I could ask an AI tool to do all these things for me. Even compared to Manus AI. Like Manus AI having an autonomous agent. When you read the stuff that it comes up with, don't get me wrong, they have all great use cases, right? I use lots of different tools. I use ChatGPT. It's my daily driver. It's what I use to like ask a lot of questions, give me feedback, help me create responses and emails and things like that. Manus AI has been my go-to for actually taking action, building websites, doing data mining, things like that. Perplexity, I use it for all of my research. Claude, I use it for writing scripts, storylines, different types of things for like my video content. You have to use different AI tools for different use cases. But now, ChatGPT-5, I believe, and I'll have to test it more, but it really combines what you could do with ChatGPT before and Manus AI. Both are great. I'm not putting one on the shelf at this point yet. I think ChatGPT-5 is too new, but wait till you see what I came up with from this. So remember, I said, how can ChatGPT-5 help me get digital marketing clients? It told me to build a list, create outreach, create authority content that can help you close the deals, create quick foot in the door offers, which I love that it says this because I have been harping on this for the last 100 videos on my channel. You know, lots of people go out there and teach people to sell things for $5,000 up front. There's no way you're going to sell something for $5,000 if you've never sold anything online for 100 or 500 or 1,000. You have to build confidence and skills before you can make something like that happen. How do you do that? Well, you create a way to get your foot in the door, which is a method that I'm going to share with you in this video. You can do things like mini audits, liquidation on websites, social media audits. I'm going to give you a great one in this video. How about 2 weeks of content for a small business for free? It takes you 5 minutes to set it up. Next step is the sales, and then automating the entire process. So it gave me this entire formula. My next question was, if I give you a lead by the name, website, and email, can you do all of this for me? Can you do all this for me? And it said yes. If you give me a lead's name, website, and email, I can absolutely run a full process for you. So I looked in our system, and it said, I can run an audit, I can run recon, I can build your list, I can do the personalized outreach, and I can give you some marketing collateral, foot in the door, mini audit PDF that you can attach your email to. All you have to do is give me the lead, the name, website, and email, and it will give you a prospect dossier, personalized email follow-ups, and a mini audit that you can use as a value bomb to get a meeting. What if you could use AI to do all these things and help you potentially get your first customer? That would be an absolute game changer, right? I said, okay, let's do one for this company. I looked to our database and I found like the lead that first came up at the top of my screen, a company called Maui Movers LLC. This is a pretty outdated looking website. I think we all could agree. We could definitely build them a nice new website. But I got their name, their email, their phone number, and I told ChatGPT-5, let's do one for these guys. Now, by the way, if you're getting any value out of this, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and then comment below and I'll send you my prompts, the 4-part AI fast track training, and the 30 days of the AI software tool that we're about to demo to help deliver some of this work. So ChatGPT-5 goes out and it does exactly that. It audits this business. And look at the level of detail of information you get. The owner and the team gives his age, how long this business has been in business, how big their team is, the name of the company owner, where they are set up, the services they offer, even their license number, which is insane. Key strengths of their business from testimonials that are online, so this is public information. And then this section that I really like, opportunities to highlight. So these are the things that you can help solve problems for and get paid in the process. A website, search engine optimization, which means helping somebody get higher visibility on Google, lead generation, social proof carousel, which is adding recent testimonials to their maybe social media. You can help them with their email marketing. I'm going to give you a way to get your foot in the door on this one specifically, and then we're going to use AI software to create all the content and set it up. And I'm highlighting this method because we actually had somebody in our community recently, Laura, close her first $520 a month deal using using this method from another video that I shared. And I felt like it would be a good one to recap with you because it works. And we had someone recently just close that deal, and I thought you'd like it. So don't say I never did anything for you. Personalized outreach, emails, and follow-up. Look at this. It went out and it already ran the emails. I'm really impressed by how Maui Movers handles each move with clear communication. Now, like I said, I subscribe to a much more high-quality approach with cold emailing or prospecting or reaching out and finding your way to get the attention of a potential customer. And what I mean by that is sending the same email to 50,000 people is not very personalized. It is not very high quality. But when you look at this email that was written by ChatGPT-5, it pulls in information from the testimonials, from their website, from all the other data sources and databases online that it found out about their business. And it says, I noticed while your site shares all the trust and experience there might be opportunities to turn more people into paying leads. And it gives examples of things that they can do. Add a clear, easy to use, book a free estimate button to the top of the website. Share recent customer success stories or visual case stories for unique value moves. Run ads for last minute movers or off-island relocations with your container unloading expertise front and center. So it speaks to the actual services that they're selling. When somebody or the business owner reads this, they know that it is specifically for them. It's not for 3,000 other people. And this type of response is one that will get, or this type of message is one that will get a response because it is highly targeted for them. And so it also created the mini audit for their website. It says things that they're doing well, things that you can do to improve it. The next thing that you can do is it asks, do you want me to create a polished PDF for a more clickable mock-up of the new homepage, or a new clickable mock-up of the homepage? Let's see how well ChatGPT can create for the homepage. Yes, create me a mock-up of the homepage. Now, we're just doing this live. I don't know what's going to happen. It could be horrible. It could be great. But I think it's pretty safe to say that even if it was horrible, what it can do in terms of finding businesses, coming up with custom messaging for each one of them based off of research is super valuable, right? So this is ChatGPT coding a website. So if you've never used AI to do something like this before, back in the day, you had to create websites by knowing how to write this type of coding and information. But today you can just have a tool like ChatGPT or Manus or even High Level. This is High Level. This is the software that you're going to get 30 days for in the AI Fast Track. You can use these tools to create websites. You do not have to be a coder anymore. So I'm going to let this run in the background. We're going to come back to this. Hopefully I remember to come back to this because sometimes I get so excited in my videos that I run off on a tangent and I forget to come back to a final tab. But if I forget to, just know that this thing is creating a fully functioning, awesome website, hopefully, based off of all the research and data it did on this potential lead, which I think is huge. I think it's worthy of getting a like on this video, definitely. So let's talk about how to get our foot in the door with this business, right? Remember on the left-hand side here, ChatGPT-5 says that the first thing you need to do is prospect, research, and build a list. I offered to give it a lead for me and asked it to help me close the deal, basically. But the other thing you can do is you can come to AI and run a prompt like this. And this is in Gemini. Gemini is Google's AI tool. I like to get data off of Google using Google's own tool because I think it's the most accurate. You can tell it, I run a digital marketing agency in this specific area. I'm looking for 25 leads from this specific industry. Collect all their business information, name, address, phone number, website, email. Even give me an idea of what digital marketing services I can offer to each one of them. And Gemini is going to go out there and build a list just like this. And so you can see we've got 25 businesses or so. I'm sure ChatGPT-5 will build a list just like this. I just have it running another tab, so I'm not going to use it. You can use Gemini. Again, I'm giving you this quote here, or this prompt in this bonus document that you get in my AI Fast Track training. In fact, in my AI Fast Track training, you get this document, which is where I house all my bonus documents for all the videos that I've recently launched. So you get all of them as part of the Fast Track training too, by the way. So once you get your lead list, what you should do if you want to get your first paying client is figure out what problem you're looking to solve for them. And so one of my favorite foot in the door strategies, the one that I've already said that Laura was able to do, was just look for small businesses that have a social media following. Like they have a Facebook page that has 500 to 1,000 followers, and look for the people that haven't posted in a long time. And the reason that you look for these people is because if they have a following, they have people that know them, like them, trust them, they probably love to hear more about their services. But if they haven't posted in a long time, then there must be a reason for that. And it's usually because most business owners don't have the money to hire a social media marketing manager, or a lot of them are just doing that content creation themselves, so they don't have the time to do that. This is where AI is so exciting, because AI can help you do these things. Most business owners don't even know that they can do that yet, nor do they have the time to learn like you are on this video. And if you find somebody that has a little bit of a following, 500 to 1,000 followers, they've posted online on their social media in the past because they know that there's value there, but they haven't posted in a long time, that's the perfect problem, or perfect lead for you. Problem, solution. They have a problem, you offer to solve that solution. And again, most business owners know they need to be posting on social media, because let's say you're going to be going on a scuba dive tour and you come across their social media following and you see that they haven't posted for 5 years. You're probably going to move on to the next company that has a very live, active, booming, bustling social media profile, right? You're not going to go to somebody that hasn't posted in 5 years, because you're going to wonder if they're in business. Same thing for restaurants, right? Same thing for any business. They have to have some sort of activity. And so keep in mind, what we would be selling, what Laura's selling, is not posts that bring in thousands of likes. That's a totally different service. That's actually more difficult to sell. What you are selling is activity on their social media. One post per day. One post every other day. One post, 2 posts a day. You can charge anywhere from $520 a month, like Laura is, all the way up to thousands of dollars if you want to post twice a day, or to multiple platforms, Facebook, Instagram. You can charge maybe just $100 a month for 2 platforms or 1 platform. But if you want to add several in there, then you can start to charge more. Well, how do you post to multiple platforms, and how do you create this AI type content if you're not a content creator? This is where this tool comes in handy. So this is called Go High Level. My company is called Mina Marketing, so I've renamed the app to my company name. It's called White Label, which you can do as well. And remember, I'm giving you 30 days free of this tool in my 4-part fast track training. And so if you want to get your first customer and follow along like Laura did, what I recommend you do is follow exactly as I've shown you. You can have ChatGPT help you prospect and find businesses and leads. But the first step, again, is to build your list, right? Locate target customer, find a problem to solve. We're going to go after the problem of no activity on social media profiles. Get your foot in the door. We're going to use this software tool to create 2 weeks of content for free. That's how we're going to get our foot in the door. And we're going to send that information over to the business owner. We're going to say, hey, I noticed that you haven't been posting on social media. You have before. You have a following. I can't help but think that every time someone comes across your social media and they don't see that you're active, you might be missing out on new business. Well, that's exactly what I do. I've created 2 weeks of free content already for you. If you like it, we can schedule it out for you. And if you want to talk about doing this in the future, we can talk about that then. But right now, this is free, and here's 2 weeks of content. So that's an irresistible offer, right? You're giving them 2 weeks of content for free that they can post. And it actually only will take you a few minutes using this tool. So if you go to the social planner section, you can see that you can connect multiple social media accounts here: LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Google Business. And we have multiple posts. These are all posts that are scheduled to go out. This one's going to go out on the 25th, 18th, the 11th. All of these posts were created using AI directly into this tool. So you can see, this is for my company, right? Somebody on my team is creating these posts using this tool, Ronald, and he's creating posts about advertising in Hawaii, which this is a beautiful image. This is something that normally somebody would have to create manually using Photoshop. It costs money, it takes time, it takes expertise. AI created this image, AI wrote this post, and it's very specific, right? It looks like this is a guy is involved with a marketing company in Hawaii. He's got a whiteboard on a beach, for crying out loud, but it looks totally real. You would never know that this is AI generated. Well, what if I told you can make 2 weeks of content like this in probably 10 or 15 minutes using this tool? You'd be blown away, and you can schedule it out to go out every single day to all these platforms in this tool. And again, this is why if you get your foot in the door with a business owner who has a following, who hasn't posted in a long time, and you offer to give them 2 weeks of free content, they're going to be like, yeah, I've been too busy, but if you give me 2 weeks, I'd be stoked. So I do want to mention that using this tool, you never actually have to get access to their social media either, because that is a question I get. People see what I'm doing here and they think it through and they're like, well, how is a business owner going to trust me? They don't know me. Why would they give me access to their social media so I can post on their social media? Well, they don't. When you find a business that is interested in working with you, all you have to do is go to the Launchpad and then hit this send link, and you can put their phone number in, it'll text them a link to come here to connect their social media accounts. So you log into the tool just like this, and you see that all their social media is already connected, and then you can create the content. And before sending it out, you'll just let them know that it's created. Hey, go ahead and have a look. I've updated your 2 weeks of free content. If you like the look of it, or if you have any changes, let me know. If you like the look of it, we'll schedule it and send it out. Well, how easy is it to create one of these posts? Let me show you. You'll select whatever profiles you want to send this to, right? I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity and post to every profile all at once. So select all. And then let's say that I want to, find a business that is, let's pull one off of my list here. Lead list that it created, Maui Kayak Adventures. So let's say I want to create 2 weeks of free content to get my foot in the door with a kayak adventure company. So I'm going to choose a professional tone voice. The main message is kayak adventures on Maui. What do I want to achieve with this content? More kayak tour bookings. And I'm going to ask it to give me 3 variations. So now the AI is going to go out there and it's going to write me posts on kayak adventures in Maui and more kayak tour bookings. That will be the call to action for the social media posts. And I remember back in the day, everybody, like me, not being a advertising expert, copywriting expert, content creating expert, having to manually create the content like this. I bought tons of books to learn this stuff, and you no longer have to do that. You can use AI to create. Look at this. Calling all thrill seekers, families, and nature lovers, experience Maui's coastline from a new perspective with our expert-led kayak adventures. I don't need to rewrite that. I think that's great. It looks very professional. Well, now let's add an AI-generated image in just a couple of clicks. So create image using AI. I'm going to type in the keyword Maui Kayak Tour, and you can ask it to give you several images. I'm just going to have one. You can choose a style of the image that it's going to give you. I'm just going to go with photo because I want it to be realistic. ChatGPT-5 pricing. Somebody's asking about the pricing for ChatGPT-5. I'm pretty sure it's free. Yeah, it's free. Access to ChatGPT-5 is free, so don't even sweat the pricing. Look at this. Kayak tour. This isn't actually Maui. Actually, this could be the west side. Wow, see, you don't even know the difference. That's how high quality images are. So look, I created this image, this post. I have it potentially scheduled to go out to 5 of these platforms. I'm not a content writer. I didn't go out and take pictures of this company, but it can look very, very real, very professional, and create a lot of value for the average business owner, right? So you can see at the bottom, I can post now, or I can schedule the post for later. And when you get somebody who's going to pay you every month, what you're going to do is you're just going to come in here and you're going to spend, 20 minutes creating one post per day, and then just schedule them to go out to all their platforms every other day. And that is how people like Laura get paid $520 per month to post to their social media. Now you can get your prices to increase to $1,000 a month if maybe you want to post twice a day or to two different platforms. So I talk about different ways to get your prices up in the 4-part AI fast track training and also in my Facebook group, which is free. So if you want more support on those things, I mean, look at this. Bobby Newland, monthly recurring revenue is what MRR stands for. I'm halfway through month 2 and I'm at $1,350 in MRR. Subscribing to High Level, which is the tool that I give you 30 days free of, he says was the best decision I could have made for my life at this point. I'm so grateful to have found a legitimate business that damn near sells itself, has me on a realistic track to make my first million with probably the next 12 months. Look, again, I have to put the disclaimer there. He's willing to take action and put in the work. But again, these methods that I share with you guys, they work. The reason that I have 5 or 6 different foot in the door strategies that I talk about regularly is because there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. Use the ones that work. If you're brand new, don't follow some fake guru who isn't actually a practitioner of what they do. Go in my Facebook group and verify for yourself from other people who are actually doing this. You don't have to take my word for it. George Ripley, 17 hours ago. I just got my 3rd subscription client, social media management for content and social media ads. People are blowing up using these methods. So let's jump back to prospecting because I've been jumping around a little bit. I've shown you how to deliver this service using High Level, right? You're getting 30 days free in the AI fast track of this tool. That's plenty enough time to follow along and get your first client and use that money to continue paying for this tool. It's like $99 a month for this tool. Totally worth it. There's so many other things that you can do in this tool, but I'm not going to go over them in this video. But let's jump back to our lead list, right? So you had Gemini build you a list of leads, give you their name, address, phone number. ChatGPT has given you, I don't know what's going on with this website situation here. I'm not going to deal with that right now because this is live. Let's see. Yes, create me a mock-up. Want me to answer mock-ups live in the canvas. Yeah, we're not going to deal with that. Remember, I started out this video by asking ChatGPT, how can I get digital marketing clients? And it told me the step-by-step prospect, which I know to be accurate because I do this and other people in my company do this every single day. Prospect research, list building, build your hyper-personalized outreach, the authority content that attracts clients. In this example, it's 2 weeks of free content to social media, which is your foot in the door strategy to get them to actually pay you. So 2 weeks of free content, you schedule it, they see it go out to their social media and they're like, man, I like what that guy's doing. I'm going to hire him. But the risk is low for them because you're giving it to them for free first up front. If you're trying to charge $2,000, you get a lot of no's. But because you're saying here it's free, once they feel the value, they're going to want to keep that going. And so I do, before we get out of here, I want to give you an email method that you can use to close one of those deals. So pull this up real quick. I think it's in my Grok email. So you build the list, the lead list, right? And you find somebody. This is a key point that I did miss. You're going to want to do a little research on some of these leads. And you're going to go to their social media and finding anybody that has 500 to 1,000 followers but hasn't posted on social media in a long time. When you find one of those companies, Maui Zipline, Atlanta Submarines, let's see if we can find one right now. Atlanta Submarines. Now, these guys have 5,800 followers, which is a solid amount of people. I think these guys might be closed because the fires. I'm not sure. But let's just assume they're not closed. The last time they posted was in 2020. They would be a great candidate, right? Because they haven't posted in 5 years, but they have 5,000 people who like them and likely want to hear from them, right? So look for that type of business from your lead list. You know, there are unlimited leads on the internet that you can find. clearly, if you go to my Facebook group and see the people that are having success with this. So find somebody in that category, followers, but hasn't posted, then go to high level and create some content for them. I showed you how quickly it is, and then send them this email. I hope this doesn't come out of left field. I was checking out your business online. Notice you got enough solid social media following. Looks like you haven't posted in a while. Totally get it. Running a business is crazy, but I couldn't help but thinking you've got people already paying attention to you. That's rare. Most businesses would love to have that kind of audience, and every day they don't hear from you is money left on the table. I help businesses just like yours stay active and connect with their followers. No pressure or anything, but I'd be happy to create 2 weeks of free content for you just to show you what it could look like. No catch. If you like it, cool, we can chat more. If not, no big deal. You've got a couple weeks of quality posts done for free. So that goes back to the foot in the door offer, right? Hyper-personalized outreach, authority content that attracts clients, and get your foot in the door. If they say yes to the foot in the door, now you're prime time set up to sell and pitch $500 a month services. And if you want to see how you can start to sell $2,000, $5,000 per month services, then comment below this video. I will send you my 4-part AI fast track training where we talk about upselling people, getting more clients, and using software and hiring specialists to help us deliver the work. So please do that if you got any value out of this video. I appreciate you all being here live. I did just add the link to the fast track for the people that showed up live. And if you're watching the replay of this, comment below the video and I will share the 4-part AI fast track training as well as my prompt document that I've shown you and I'll be putting here in the spreadsheet as well. So with that, everybody, I hope you enjoy